In the gospel text of today, which is taken from the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verses 9 to 11, Jesus does four things. The first is that he makes a revelation. And the revelation is that Jesus has loved the world just as the Father has loved him. And because the Father is addressed as Father by Jesus, the love is a love that is unconditional. In other words, the love which is the unconditional love of the Father is the same love that Jesus has given to the whole world. An unconditional love keeps no record at all. It is a love which is always ready to forgive. It is always ready to accept. It is always ready to pardon. It keeps absolutely no record, not only of the wrongs, but it does not keep even a record of the rights. In other words, it is not barter exchange, but it is a giving and a giving and a giving of oneself completely to the other. This is the love which Jesus has shown and given to the world. Jesus then speaks about, in the second part, of an exhortation. And the exhortation is to remain in that love. The Greek verb menein, which is translated in English as remain, is a very, very important word in the Gospel of John. To remain means to sustain receiving that love. It is not something which happens once and then stops. No, it is something which continues. So Jesus continues to give that love, and if we open our hearts, we can receive that love. So the second part, that is the exhortation, is that we remain in that love. In the third part, Jesus explains how we can remain in his love, namely by keeping what he says are the commandments. Even though the plural commandments is used, it is actually not a number of commandments like the 10 commandments in the Old Testament. It is actually two commandments which are coalesced, which are brought together in one. And that one commandment is love of God, but by loving another. Love of God is something which will remain up in the air. It will remain theoretical if we do not express that love for another. In these challenging times, while we do express love for our immediate family and for our neighbors and for those who live around us, we are called more than ever before to express that love tangibly to the poor, to the daily wage earners, to those who are not sure where their next meal is coming from. If we can provide something, no matter how small it is, for these kind of people, then we would have shown that love, then we would have remained in that love. In the final part, Jesus tells us the result of remaining in that love when we show that love for others, and the result is joy. The Greek word charan, which is joy, fills not only a small part of a person's life, but fills every aspect of a person's being. It is a completeness, it is a wholeness, it is a feeling not merely of satisfaction, but a feeling of deep serenity because one has reached out to others. Will you, who believe in the words of Jesus, remain in that love by showing it tangibly to at least one person today. And if that person to whom you show the love can be a poor person, even better.